What you're overcoming right now is being your worst enemy, right? I feel like you tend to overthink. You tend to self sabotage, maybe. You tend to see the worst or let your negative thoughts take over, which can also cause a lot of emotional and mental distress for yourself and keeps you trapped, whether you realize that or not. And that is what you're overcoming, right? The overthinking, the letting the negative thoughts feel like you're caged in, right? I feel like with this being the first card, don't get me wrong, there's I think reasons as to why you have been feeling maybe stressed, maybe burnt out, maybe super anxious, overwhelmed, maybe even scared. I think it makes sense with this Three of Swords because I feel like you've been facing disappointment after disappointment, or maybe news that hasn't been the greatest. Maybe there has been some loss as well too. But I feel like what you're not realizing with the Seven of Pentacles, it's all about how you view things, right? I think what you're learning is perception is what matters, right? No matter if you're at the top and things are great, or if you're at the bottom and things are not as great, right? It's all about how are you taking care of yourself, because as the Eight of Swords, she's not doing a good job, right? She's needing to let go, right? And to surrender those thoughts that are not helping her, right? That mindset that it's not helping her, right? And I think throughout this journey that you have been on, right? I feel like you've been learning how to weed out your bad habits, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys, one of your bad habits is indecision, and I feel like you have been really learning how to take better care of yourselves, learning how to take better care of the way in which you go about achieving your goals, maybe manifesting your goals, right? I think you also had to learn that not every opportunity is for you, right? With the Three of Swords. Um, yeah, I think with the Seven of Pentacles, like the two, it's all about how do you invest your energy, your time, your energy. Where do you invest your energy into, right? And really, all you really need to do is continue to keep investing your energy into you, right? I feel like with the Hermit, you've been in this period, right? For some of you guys, you could feel like it's like, oh my God, I've been in this Hermit period for so long. And I feel like it was really for you to shift from the Seven of Swords and shift into the Seven of Cups. It's interesting. You're in the sevens, right? I feel like there's a different strategy in which you need to come up with on how to navigate life, right? And it involves you being a whole lot more resilient, right? And not letting when certain setbacks happen get the best of you, right? It's about you not running away from making decisions, not self-sabotaging, not deceiving yourself, or maybe picking opportunities that are not for you. It's about you actually getting grounded, because that's really important, and not making a fear-based decision, but making a decision from a place of feeling like, okay, I'm seeing past the smoke and mirrors. I'm seeing past the mask. I'm seeing past the fakeness. What is truly real and authentic and is for me, right? So this is what this whole hermit period has been, really for you to get more in touch with yourself, for you to change your mindset and your perspective on life, to find that light within you, so that way you can make better decisions for yourself, right? Because I think, like I said, back in the day, I think it used to be harder for you to make a decision. Maybe you would let the fear take over you. Uh I'm hearing like analysis paralysis, right? I think before, like, you used to really suffer a lot from anxiety, right? And I think that's also has been subsiding as well too. I think you found new tips and tricks on how to navigate that, but that's where it is, where Spirit doesn't want you to keep betraying yourself by running away from maybe good opportunities, right? No, we want you to know that you're worthy and deserving of good opportunities. We don't want you to always feel like, oh my God, like, is this really real? Can I really trust that? Yes. And I think it's all about clearing your mind and opening up your eyes, and not being in denial about what you deserve, right? That's also been your challenge too with the King of Pentacles, right? I feel like remaining grounded, right? I feel like also being practical, right? Maybe with your spending, maybe with your time and with your energy, right? Also too, I feel like it's about you I really feel like it's an inner confidence and knowing that you deserve to attract, like I said, abundance, abundant opportunities, right? I think that's been something that's been a challenge for you because I think you've been dealing with worthy wounds, right? And letting go of control. There's a lot of fear that has kept you from fully stepping into this King of Pentacles, right? There's a lot of fear of the unknown, right? Fear of, am I going to have enough money? Fear of, can I even spend this money or do I need to hoard this, right? There's a lot of limiting beliefs that you had surrounding money and your potential and attracting money. I think working with the law of attraction and affirmations would benefit you as well too, to correct the imbalances within you so that you can, like I said, hit those milestones that you want to hit, so that you can feel at peace, feel in harmony, be in alignment with your higher self, right? It's about what are the practical steps that you do every single day to make sure that you're grounded, to make sure that you are, like I said, combating maybe those anxious thoughts that come up. What are you saying to yourself? Are you talking down to yourself? Are you letting fear take over? Or are you speaking positively? It's about shifting that mindset, right? And not allowing limiting beliefs to stall you, or to distract you, or to keep you stuck. That's what it is, where you have been releasing yourself, right? From self-imposed limitations. This eight of swords, you've been releasing yourself from self-imposed limitations, right? Don't let, like I said, jerks or situations that don't work out get the best of you and make you feel like less than, or knock your self-confidence or your self-worth, right? I think you kind of needed this pep talk so you can get back to where you need to be, which is on your throne, which is feeling confident, which is attracting. You know how you get your opportunities? It's when you're in this state, right? When you're manifesting, when you're attracting these abundant opportunities to you because you know your worth, right? So I think right now spirit is just wanting you to start letting go of any like bitter feelings or negative feelings that you still been carrying. Spirit is wanting you to let things flow. So maybe what could be really important for you is to, like I said, maybe do some movement, whether that means like doing some yoga or Pilates. Maybe breath work would help. Maybe getting some Reiki. Your girl does Reiki. Just getting back into alignment with yourself. Maybe feeling your feelings, right? But Spirit wants you to tap more back into your self worth. Spirit is wanting you to, like I said, raise your vibration, right? So that you can start attracting what it is that you deserve, right? And how do you raise your vibration? It starts with what are the thoughts that you're thinking? What are the daily decisions that you're making, right? Are you going for a walk when you start to feel stressed? Are you going to go put on a YouTube video and start doing some dance cardio because that helps to make you feel, like happy and good? What are you doing to raise your vibration, right? Are you spending time with people who care about you? I think that's where it is, where spirit is like, as you're letting go of these self-imposed limitations, we also need you to do things that help make you feel like you again and help you feel confident and self-assured again. Don't let any experiences that may have hurt you, caused you pain, maybe even some grief, don't let that take you out. You are so much more resilient than what you give yourself credit for. So I'm gonna leave it here. So if this resonates, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for following. If you would like to work with me, the link is in my bio. And until next time, bye.